My stepchildren said I was only temporary, so I made it official, moved out, cut them off, and didn't look back. Her mom called me first. Hello everyone, welcome to Reddit Visuals. I used to think love and effort could make people love you back, but now I know some people are just waiting for you to leave so they can say they never needed you anyway. I'm 42, and for nearly 10 years, I was a stepfather. No, scratch that. I was the father, or so I thought. I gave my all, not just to their mom, Karen, but to her kids, Jordan and Lexi. They were 10 and 12 when I met them, and their biological father was the kind of man who remembered their birthdays only if someone else reminded him. I stepped in without hesitation. School runs, dentist appointments, midnight runs for cough syrup, you name it, I did it. But the thing about being the step anything is that you don't get a blueprint. You just do the job, hoping it's enough. I never tried to replace their dad, I just wanted to be there. And for a long time I thought that mattered. Karen and I met at a friend's barbecue. She was 34 at the time, recently divorced, and had that I handle everything myself energy that you either find intimidating or incredibly attractive. I guess I leaned into the latter. We clicked fast. Within months, I was spending more nights at her house than mine. Her kids were standoffish at first, which I expected, but I took it slow. I learned Lexi's favorite cereal. I watched anime with Jordan even though I had no idea what was going on. I built IKEA furniture without swearing in front of them. 2 years in, we moved into a new house together. I paid the down payment, signed the mortgage in both our names, even though she wasn't contributing financially much at the time. It wasn't about money. It was about building something real. Or so I thought. Fast forward 7 years. The kids were teenagers, almost adults. Jordan was in his second year of college. Lexi was a senior in high school. Karen and I had grown comfortable. Not complacent, just stable. The fire was still there in its own way. Random date nights, silly traditions like midnight pancakes every Christmas Eve. We had our rhythm. Until one Saturday afternoon in October. I was cleaning out the garage. Nothing serious, just reorganizing the tool rack and making room for the winter tires. Lexi and Jordan were in the living room with two of their cousins laughing, talking. I wasn't paying attention until I heard my name. More specifically, how they referred to me. Jordan said, "He's chill, I guess. But I mean, he's temporary, right?" Lexi laughed. "Yeah. He's just Mom's phase 2. Her real life ended with Dad. This is just like the intermission." I froze. I genuinely froze. Like someone had poured ice water down my spine. Temporary? Intermission? I stood there gripping a wrench like it was the only thing holding me together. 10 years. I had taken them to emergency rooms, sat through orchestra recitals, driven across the state to visit colleges. I was just a phase? I didn't confront them, not then. I waited. I waited for Karen to come home. I told her what I heard. She blinked at me, confused, like I was overreacting. She said, "They're just kids. They don't know how to express themselves." I said, "They're not kids anymore. They're adults. They said I'm temporary." She sighed. "Don't take it personally. They probably didn't mean it like that." And that right there, "don't take it personally," was the moment something in me shifted. Because if she wasn't going to stand up for me, defend me, even acknowledge how that felt, then maybe I was temporary after all. The next morning, I made pancakes, like always. Jordan came downstairs, headphones in. Lexi was on her phone. I placed the plates in front of them, sat down and asked, "Do you two see me as your dad?" They both looked up, startled. Jordan muttered, "I mean, you've been around." Lexi shrugged. "You've been cool. We appreciate you." "Appreciate me, not love, not see, just appreciate." I nodded, said nothing, ate my pancakes, smiled. That week, I started moving things into storage. Quietly. My tools, my books, my late father's watch collection. On Thursday, I emailed Karen the mortgage transfer papers. I offered to sign over the house to her, clean. I had paid for it, but I didn't want the house. I wanted peace. She called me crying, said I was overreacting, said I was hurting the kids. I said, no, I'm showing them what temporary looks like. That Friday I left. Rented a small apartment near the edge of town. Clean, quiet, mine. I didn't tell anyone where I went. Just packed a bag and walked out the front door like I was headed to work. 3 days passed. Silence. Then Karen called. Her voice was shaky but not apologetic. Just confused. "Why are you doing this?" she asked. I said, "Because I spent a decade proving I loved you and your kids. I showed up every day, and you let them reduce me to a placeholder. You didn't correct them. You let me feel invisible in my own home." She didn't have a response. I told her I'd return to finalize the paperwork. Nothing more. A week later, Jordan showed up at my apartment, alone. He stood there awkwardly in the doorway, hands in his hoodie pockets. "I didn't mean it like that," he said. I didn't say anything, just moved aside so he could come in. He sat down, looked around, said, "This is nice. Quiet." I nodded. He fidgeted. "I was joking, you know. Just trying to be funny." I looked him dead in the eye and said, "If I'd died last year, what would you have told people I was to you?" He went quiet. Then he said, "I don't know. You were always there, but I guess I didn't realize how much until you weren't." That hurt, in a strange, validating way. Lexi didn't visit. She sent a text a few weeks later. It just said, "I'm sorry." No explanation, no real ownership, just 2 words. I didn't reply. Karen and I finalized the split. We weren't married, so it was easy, legally speaking. Emotionally, it gutted me, because I didn't just lose a partner. I lost a family I thought I helped build. I lost years of memories that suddenly felt hollow. A month after I moved out, I got a call from Karen. Her voice was soft, defeated. "Jordan's been angry lately," she said. "Lexi barely talks to me." I didn't say anything. She continued, "I think they're realizing what you were to them. It's just hard, you know?" I said, "Yeah, it is." She asked if I'd ever consider coming back, not as her partner, but just to talk to the kids, help them understand. I said, "I think they understand now, but it's not my job to fix what they broke." She cried. I stayed silent. That night I sat alone in my apartment. No photos of kids on the fridge, no dance recitals, no college move-ins, no family game nights. Just silence. But I wasn't lonely. I was at peace. I realized something. You don't stay where you're tolerated. You build where you're valued. I'm dating again now. Slowly. Carefully. I tell people up front, I'm not trying to be a savior or a stepdad or some repairman for broken homes. I just want something real. And if someone calls me temporary again, I won't argue. I'll just pack my things and go. Because now I know what I'm worth. So, was I the a-hole? Let me know in the comments what you would have done. And if this story hit you, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow.